So, okay, I'm just going to start right at the start with this Five of Pentacles. Horrible card, I know. So what I'm getting with you is, and I think you've had a little bit of this in your life, trying to make yourself heard in a lot of different ways and not being heard. I'm seeing this coming up. Maybe it's in your background a little bit. Maybe when you grew up, maybe I'm seeing a big family for someone, lots of people around you. You struggle to be heard. So I'm getting that with somebody. Now, I'm also getting this situation, a love connection, something you're out of, but you're still tied to someone here for some reason. Maybe you've got children with them, I don't know. But there's some situation here that you're in, it's a love connection. Again, you've walked away. Yes, you've walked away from this now. I can see that. This is what happened. You tried to get them to listen to you. You tried to get this person to listen to you, and they wouldn't listen to you. This is like, it's like hitting a brick wall. You can see in this card that they're trying to get into this building and they can't. There's a big wall around the church and they can't get inside. So you were kind of trying to get into them, trying to talk to them, say, look, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. There might have even been times where you said their name and they just didn't even answer you at all. I'm getting that for some people. So, very, very, very stressful. You couldn't get yourself heard. The thing with this person is, it's really strange actually, because I'm getting this, they're actually quite happy to be around you with this lack of communication. And it feels so unsatisfying and stressful for me. And I can see that that's probably how you felt when this was you, if it was you. But for them, it's almost like they're quite happy to be like that. They wanted no kind of proper contact. They just wanted to be around physically, but without being around mentally or emotionally, if that makes sense. So, you tried to get in. I can see that. And I think for a while it kind of dragged on for a lot longer than it should have really, because I think for you, this lack of communication, it kind of felt, it wasn't like they were doing anything really, really horrible to you, or so you thought at the time. It's like not bad enough to leave, not good enough to stay. That's kind of like that. So you're in this limbo, it feels like, for a while, if this is you. But also when you look at the King of Cups, I'm just looking at that now. This king doesn't show any emotion. So you can see that again, same thing again. And you were very, very emotional, excuse me, and you wanted to express that to them. But, if you look at this king, there's all this sea around them, this big sea of emotion, lots and lots of rocky waves everywhere. And you couldn't swim up to him. You couldn't swim up to him or her or whoever it is that you're with, because they're on this island of concrete, which looks like concrete or rock or something, and you couldn't quite get to them. They left the relationship mentally in their head before they left physically, and they're quite happy to keep it that way. It's like they checked out mentally. That ship sailed. That's what I'm getting. And if you look on this card, just on the right-hand side, in the King of Cups, there's a ship sailing away. So that ship sailed. It's going out of the scene, actually. Do you know what I'm getting? I'm actually getting a third party here. I don't know if you know this or not. I think you probably do, because you're very intuitive and you know this. And I'm kind of getting this feeling that you thought something was wrong, you tried to investigate, and before you actually had any evidence, if this is you, because you've got the Three of Cups down here as well, which can be third parties, and excuse me, and it's really interesting. Have a look at this again. You've got that ship sailing away, and red's all about passion. It's a red ship, so it's on the one side of the king. On the other side of the king, you've got this fish kind of peeping in, looking in. So it's almost like, I'm investigating this scene. I want to see if there's a third party there or whatever's happening, because I don't trust this person. I'm looking in to see what's there. But if you look at the king again, he's blocking the fish from the ship. So he's in between the two, so that one person can't see the other, or so that one couldn't see the other. So I think that's kind of what they were doing. And so that's why I think, if this is you, that's why they weren't communicating, because they had checked out and they checked in with someone else, but they weren't ready to leave you. if this is for you. Again, this is very, very, very specific, and I'm getting this for someone. So if it's not you, I'm very, very sorry, but I have to say what I see. So yeah, they were hiding you. They were hiding you from each other. That's what I'm getting. And you knew this was happening. You knew this was happening before you had the evidence, if this is you, because you're like this fish kind of peeping in. So yeah, I think you're away from this now. I think you probably do know that there was a third party. It feels like they might actually be with them, or they were with them for a while after you broke up. Yeah, it feels like they're with this person, or they're still around them actually. Yeah, so yeah, it still hurts. It still hurts, and I think you lost a lot of confidence after this happened. But it's a lot more peaceful for you now. It's a lot more peaceful, and I think you know you're much better off without any of that mess. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting something really, really beautiful here actually, which is a relief for me, because this is very stressful to look at. So it must be for you if that's you. Yeah. There's someone that looks up to you. I'm just looking at the Six of Wands now. So there's someone that looks up to you. They're a little bit quiet. And I was getting children here in this, that you might have had children with this axe, or you might have your own children, I don't know. It might not be a child, but it's someone you're taking care of, and someone who looks up to you, and they're younger than you. So that's where I'm getting a child from. And you know, there's a lot of stress around you. There's a lot of tiredness around you. You're very, very tired because, you know, if this is you by yourself now, and you are by yourself if you're single, obviously, you know, you are, and you're very tired. So you're taking care of someone, and they need you. If this is you, they really, really need you. It really feels like you're supporting someone. You're supporting this person. Again, I keep on getting child here. You stand beside them. You stand beside them if this is you. Yes, someone has a lot of talent here. Someone has a huge talent. And they're going to need your support, this person you're supporting. So they've got huge talent in something. Amazing, amazing talent. And they're going to need not just financial support or practical support, but I think you're happy to help with that, but emotional support. Because I think whatever this talent is, it feels like it's in an industry that's quite difficult to get into, that there's lots and lots of competition around this. I don't know if it's acting or I don't know, but it's that just came into my head because I'm thinking about lots of competition, and that's an industry like that. But it might not be that, it could be anything, but there's a lot of competition, and so they're going to need your support because of that, for kind of emotional support. And there's also opposition, I think, that's going to come up in their life. They're going to have people saying things to them like, oh, you'll never do that, you can't do that, it's a 1 in a million chance to do that, no one gets to do that thing. So it's kind of that kind of thing that people see as a bit pie in the sky that you'll never be able to do. But you know that they can do this, and you know they can do this. You know they can, and you're behind them, you're supporting them if this is you. So and you know, if you look at the Six of Wands again, he's got all these supporters around him. So I think one day this child, or whoever this is, there's going to be a lot of attention around them. But yeah, keep supporting them, keep encouraging them. If you're already doing that, just keep on going down the track you're going. You know, yes, of course, support them to do something else as well, to back up, you know, to back them up, that's fine. But really, really encourage them. You know, if they're writing or they're doing art or whatever they're doing, say, oh, that's fantastic, I love that, that's great. Keep supporting them, because they're going to come into a time, I think, in their life when not many people are going to be supporting them, and they're going to need you. It's like you're their rock, you're their stability, whoever this is. But they absolutely love you. They really, really appreciate you being there for them, and they're going to appreciate that even more in the future if you keep that up. Right, okay, yes. With this axe, okay, now, I'm still looking at the Six of Wands here. If this all resonates, if this person left you for someone else, if this is what's happened, or they went off with a third party or something, just know this, you need to know this. You've come out of this with your integrity intact. with your head held high, like this man on this horse. Just remember that, because I think I'm getting a lot of your confidence being knocked, and I think, you felt a bit foolish or not good enough or a bit like a fool. It's like, he or she or whoever this is kept this from me, and they hid this other person from me, and you can see that again in the King of Cups. They hid this person from me. I felt like a fool. Maybe other people knew this as well. All this time I was fooled, and then, when I found out, here I am by myself. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. So just know that you left this with your head held high. So yeah, and you still have your head held high. So keep your head up. You really should be proud of yourself coming out of this. And, yeah, I can see that it still hurts, and I can see why it would if that's you. But, you're very, very strong. And I think for a while you hid away. I'm getting that. I think for a while you were like, no, I'm going to hide away. I'm just going to be by myself. I don't want to see anyone for a while. And that's totally understandable. It feels like you're coming out of that now. And I just want you to know that other people see you as someone with integrity, if this is all resonating with you. So keep your head up, and you're going into better times. You're coming into better times. You've got the Three of Cups coming up for you in the present, which I'm going to talk about now. Okay, so the first card you've got for your present is this moon, right? The moon can be very, can be about internal struggles, nightmares, really struggling with what's going on inside your head. So it can be depression even sometimes. Okay. I don't want to keep on talking about this ex, but they keep on coming up here for some reason. So, right. So what I want to tell you is this ex is really struggling. Yeah, they're really struggling internally. Yeah, they made a mistake. They'd never tell anyone that. They'd never tell anyone they were struggling. But yeah, when you look at this in the Judgment card together, you can really see that. If you look at this family on the Judgment card, there's a reflection of the same family on the other side. So yeah, this is probably going to sound a bit harsh, and I'll probably have cross-watchers angry with me. But this is what I'm getting, so I have to say this. They have to reflect on this. It's almost like they have to look at themselves in the mirror every day, and they have to live with themselves, with what they've done and with the decision they've made. They have to live with their decision. That's what I'm getting. There's no going back. They've made their decision. They're stuck in that. And it's a little bit like they're trapped, because if you look right next to this Judgment card, you've got the Eight of Swords where this woman's trapped. So, they've made a decision, and they have to look at themselves. And yeah, they'd never say that on the outside. They'd never admit that to anyone. I think on the outside, just looking in, it looks a bit like they're having a lot of fun, that it's the opposite of that. It's a little bit like the Three of Cups on the outside. They're probably putting things up on social media. They're probably saying, oh, look at this party I'm having a great time, everything's fine. But when they're alone, they have to face this mirror. They have to face this reflection, and they have to face the decision they've made. And it's really hard for them to do. And again, it feels like they're trapped by that, just looking across at this Eight of Swords and the Devil as well. But I'll talk about that later, because there's something else here. And this actually feels really positive, which is a relief to me. So now I'm getting a really, really interesting, very, very interesting opportunity. It's a work opportunity. It's not like a regular job, I don't think. It's something completely different, very, very different. It's definitely coming up for you. When it comes up, I think you'll see it right away. Yeah, there's a big challenge. It feels like you'll see this and you'll go, oh, this is absolutely fantastic. This is the opportunity of my dreams. I can't believe this is here. But then you'll be like, oh, I'm really scared. I have to go through something before I get there. That's kind of what I'm getting with that. It might be something like, again, it might, because I was seeing this again in the Six of Wands for someone else, but it might be for you that you have to audition, or you have to go up against a big panel, or it might be someone critiquing you, criticizing things, or it might be someone doing a very extensive background check on you, something that's very, very scary. But I think if you can get through that, and that feeling of being a little bit exposed, or more than a little bit actually, because if you look at the people on the judgment card, they're totally naked, they've got their arms up in the air, so they're totally exposed. But if you can get through that, what you'll get to is the Three of Cups, the abundance, the happiness. So you'll get this opportunity if you can go through feeling a bit vulnerable and exposing yourself a bit. So, you can absolutely do this. You can absolutely do this. You can get through this. I was going to say keep your eyes open for this opportunity, but I don't think you'll have to, because it's going to be really, really obvious when you see this opportunity, actually, because it's going to be like the trumpet's going to sound like on this card, and it's going to go ba-ba, and then it'll be right in front of you, and you'll say, wow, here it is right in front of me. I have to do this. I think a part of you is going to think, oh, well, I do this, I'm really frightened. I think you'll be compelled to do this, actually, because it's, you don't want to look back and think, oh, should I have done this? Just a small warning about this opportunity for someone. If you get a chance to do this, and I think you will, it's pretty obvious here, just keep a little bit quiet, or keep it to yourself a bit, because I'm getting someone around you who might be a little bit jealous. They might start to sabotage you. They might start to say things to you to cause you to go off track, or maybe to make you change your mind, or it's something like that. So if you know who this is, and you've got the devil right here next to this, so there's someone who's a little bit jealous, someone who's looking at you in a bit of an envious way, a little bit jealous. So just keep that to yourself. Once you get an official yes for this, once they say, yes, here's your official letter or whatever it is, you have this opportunity, it's yours, then you could say whatever you like. But I think until then, just keep it quiet, because you don't want anything that's going to stop this chance of you actually getting this. It's going to be fantastic for your confidence. Again, just going from the Three of Cups, I'm looking across at the Six of Wands again. Amazing for your confidence, it's going to really lift up your confidence. And I think after this, when you get this, or when you're in the process of doing this, it's going to take a lot of your time, it's going to take a lot of your effort, it's going to take your mind off this ex and the situation you went through. So not totally, of course, but it's going to gradually build your confidence up, and anything that's happening with your ex, or any of those old feelings you've got, they'll fade into the distance, I think, once you get this thing. And this is what I'm getting with this as well. It's I don't know whether it's something to do with speaking or talking or acting, or I keep on saying acting all the time, so there might be something around that with you. But it's what I'm getting is really clearly is your voice is being heard. So this opportunity is going to give you your voice back, because you lost your voice when you're with this ex, and you haven't had that for a while. You've never really been able to express yourself. And so this opportunity is going to give you your voice back. It's absolutely, and your confidence. So it's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so the first card you've got for your futures, this Knight of Cups. Okay, so what this is telling me is, I'm seeing a couple of things here. The first thing is with this Knight of Cups is, this might be about them coming back. They might want to talk to you, this ex here. They've got a lot of regrets, I'm getting that. You probably don't want to hear anything about them. I hope you don't, because there are some fantastic things happening for you, this opportunity, and you'll be focusing on yourself. So you won't be thinking about them. You won't be looking at them. You won't be wondering about them. You'll be totally focused on yourself by this time. And this happens so often that, you miss them, you're angry with them, you go through all the stages. And then when you're totally focused on yourself, this is when these people usually pop back. So that's what I'm seeing here. And I think if you're single, actually, you might stay that way for a while, actually, out of choice, because again, totally self-focused, which will be a really good thing for you. If you are single, there is someone up ahead for you, but you're not going to be ready for that for a while. I'm getting that quite clearly here. They're going to come back, I think, or they'd like to. They'd like to come back and talk to you, this ex. But, just looking back at this Five of Pentacles again, when you tried to talk to them, they wouldn't listen to you. And that was when you were together. That's the time they should have talked to you, not now. But yeah, it makes me angry seeing this kind of thing happening, because I see it all the time in these readings. People coming back when you're finally happy in yourself and you're satisfied and you're on the right track in your life, and then they come back. This happens all the time. So yeah, I don't know if they'll approach you. They'll definitely want to. They'll want to approach you. It's definitely going to be on their mind. But what I'm getting is they feel quite trapped by the decision they made. Because if you have a look at the Eight of Swords and the Devil together, that's entrapment. And it's being unhappy, and it's being stuck somewhere that you don't want to be. And so, yeah, that's how they are. They feel very stuck. They feel like the grass was greener, now it isn't. And they're kind of stuck like that. And that's why they're coming back to you. So really, really watch out for that, because you're no one's second, you're no one's second choice. You are no one's second choice. So just remember that if they come back, but it really looks like you'll be self-focused by the time they do come back. Again, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. And if they come back to you, keep your head held high, like I'm seeing in the Six of Wands. Okay, so I just want to say about this reading, very, very clear picture all the way through this, very specific. I apologize if this isn't for you, but yes, sometimes I just get these very, very, very clear stories all the way through.